Hi guys, welcome to Saga Sunday. We're the long story short show. And before I started reading comics, I thought they were just going to be the same reruns of the same heroes and the same villains. But really, they could be so much more. And this comic book series, Saga, definitely proves that. So click the link below and buy your own volume and support the official release. And don't forget to comment below who is your favorite character. Chapter 9. We start off with the Will confronting Mama's son. And he wants the slave girl. So,
oh man.
Of course, Mama's son is like, no, you can't take her from Sextillion. That is my property.
Yeah.
And also, what are you going to do with like just your little sidekick with you? And he's like, well, you know what? I actually have a partner, not just a sidekick.
Is he talking about Lion Cat?
Actually, he's talking about the Stock. The Stock is his partner, and the Stock goes and kills off everybody. She's like, how you want to die, Mama Son? You could pick, because I got 8 arms, and I'm holding a weapon in each arm.
Yeah, I got a Thor hammer, and I got a rifle.
So the Stock kills Mama Son.
With neither of them.
None of
she
those.
uses a sword.
Yep, she just uses a sword, plain old school style. Him and the Stock lock eyes, and they make out. And then he looks at the little girl, and the little girl's like, when are you gonna let this fantasy go? And he's like, what? What are you talking about? And then the little girl's face turns into Lion Cat's face and starts hissing and shit. And surprise, it was all a dream.
I was wondering. I was like, that's nobody. Okay.
It was all a dream, and the Lion Cat was kissing because Gwendolyn is approaching. And so Gwendolyn found him, and she's like, what are you doing? Like, I'm from Wreath High Command, and you're not doing your job.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, sorry, I was like busy.
I was kind of busy with the contract, so
right.
Don't know what you want.
Busy doing things. And so he's like, huh, you kind of talk very fluently for some Mooney. And she's like, well, I have this translator pending. You know, it was a matching set, but I don't have the other part to the set right now. And so...
That's a lot of information you just gave me.
Right. And so he's like, wait, Wreath High Command sending an official to come see me? Why? Like, y'all already paid me. Y'all already hired a whole bunch of other people. So why are you here?
Yeah.
She's like, well, I'm just making sure the mission goes full on and gets completed. He's like, no. You must know somebody. And so basically, she's like stammering and shit. And he's like...
The Lion Cat's calling her out on her shit.
Lion Cat calling her out. And basically, he finds out that Marco's her ex. And so, of course, she got some emotional feelings into this and wants to find him.
Yeah.
And so then he tells her, like, you know what? I'll go back on the mission. No problem. But you got to give me some more money for the mission. And you know Lion Cat can't help herself. So calls him out on his bullshit. And she's like, well, what do you need the money for real, though? He's like, well, I needed to help get this slave girl from Mama's son. She's like, oh, no problem. I can do that for you.
I got money.
Gwendolyn calls Mama's son, lies to her, says the girl is actually from Wreath. And when she was kidnapped, they cut off her horns. And she's like, well, no, you can't prove that, yada, yada. She's like, well, really? I don't need to. I can just leak it in the press that you have your clients fucking Moonies, and that's just going to ruin your whole business altogether.
Like, even their prostitutes can't be Moonies?
Exactly. Even the prostitutes cannot be from Wreath.
Damn, that's some racist shit. Okay.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, fine, I'll let her go. Meet me at the old fueling station, and you can pick her up there, because I don't want you coming back here.
Yeah.
And so they go, Gwendolyn, the Will, and Lion Cat go to the old fueling station, and there's 3 armed guards there from the Sextillion Loss Prevention Squad. And they tested the girl, and they're like, we know that she's not a Mooney, but we know she's important. And they're all armed. But the Will's not even, like, phased by them.
Yeah, it's this cool lance that extends
maybe it's
out.
because of their faces or something like that, but he is not scared by them at all.
Yeah.
And he's like pointing his weapon at them. They're like, haha, your stupid sword can't reach us. He's like, it's not a sword, it's a lance. And so he stabs the first guy with his lance, and then Lion Cat runs up and attacks the second guy.
Yeah, that's a clear 20 yards or something. Like, they some distance.
Yeah.
I wonder how quick that is. It even clanks every time it extends. So, I mean, but it's got to be quick because these guys didn't even react quick enough to shoot.
Yeah.
This guy's like, fuck.
Yeah.
And the other guy's like, holy fuck.
Yeah. The Lion Cat, like, he caught him by surprise. And then the third guy was like, no, my brother. And so he got the Will in a chokehold, right? And so he's like, oh, help me. And so Gwendolyn casts a lightning spell and frees the Will. And so he's like, finish the job. And so Gwendolyn lights up the last guy.
Damn.
Lights up the last guy with the gun, and they save the slave girl. I was like, cool. So back on the ship, this Lion Cat and the slave girl, you know, they're exhausted from all the festivities. So they're sleeping. And Gwendolyn and the Will are trying to figure out what they're going to do with the slave girl next. He's like, well, we can just take her back to where she came from. And Gwendolyn's like, why?
Yeah.
Why would we send her back to the exact people that sold her away?
Yeah, they're just going to throw her back up in there, you think?
Yeah, exactly. And so that's when the girl, she wakes up and she interrupts them and she says, hey, the rings missed their pendant, friend. And at first Gwendolyn's like, what are you talking about? She's like, your pendant, it misses its friends. And it's close enough to its friends that it can reunite with them now. And it's telling me where they could be. And they're like, holy crap. Marco has the rings.
So she's a magic person, right? She got her, but she is like, did she really get her horns taken out?
No.
Oh, okay, but she is a magic person.
She's like connected somehow, some way. Like
Yeah.
she's pretty smart.
She's like another thing.
Yeah, she's something different.
Okay.
And so Gwendolyn's pendant is matching with the engagement rings that Marco has, and apparently they're close enough now that they could find Marco.
Damn.
And so the slave girl points to where they need to go.
Damn. So by the end of this, they're all going to be in the same spot. Damn.
That's the end of chapter 9.
All right. Well, damn. That was a lot of exposition. So that was a lot of stuff. A lot of getting all these pieces back into place and everything, setting them up for the next issue. So, damn. So I'm glad that they got the girl back so quick. It's pretty cool seeing this guy's like armor. Not really armor. His cloak is kind of like Batman's, where you can shoot it and it just reflects. Get the cool picture of the spaceship again, and you get to see how cool Gwendolyn is. So yeah, cool. Volume 2 still solid. Yeah, I like it. All right.
So just make sure you click on the playlist if you missed volume 1 and want to catch up with all these characters, who they are and what they do. And we'll just catch you next week here on Long Story Short Show.
All right. Oh, shit. Catch you later.